Hello, Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun friends. It is Christy, and I am once again in the Ramsey Ranch kitchen, and this is episode or installment 3 of the 12 goodies of Christmas. And today we're going to do peanut butter cookies 3 ways. Classic American cookie with an amazing history lesson, and I want you to come along, see how we do these peanut butter cookies 3 ways, and learn a little bit more about this iconic American cookie. For our basic peanut butter cookie ingredients, we're using 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I've got 2 beautiful green eggs from our Tanya Clucker, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 cup of regular sugar. I'm using my raw sugar here, 1 cup of peanut butter. I've also got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I've got 1 cup of my butter flavored Crisco. You can also use regular butter. And so for the 3 ways we're going to do your classic peanut butter cookie, we're going to do the peanut blossoms with your Hershey Kisses, and there is an interesting story about those as well. And we're going to do peanut butter and jelly thumbprints with strawberry jam, and we're going to decorate some of these with pretty sugars, and it's going to be a fun episode, guys. So I am going to go ahead and bring you in closer so you can see the dough come together, and then you can watch me make some of the cookie balls, and they will bake and we will decorate, and we're going to have a good time today. Okie dokie. This cookie recipe comes together just almost like every other one. We're going to combine our dry ingredients. I've got my baking soda and my baking powder. Dry ingredients except your sugar. And use our Lazy Ladies method of sifting. We've got our whisk, and we're just going to whisk around the flour, baking soda, and baking powder until we think it's good. I would say it's good. And then we're going to go ahead and cream together our other ingredients. I'm going to start by throwing our eggs in there. Aren't those pretty? Our Tanya Clucker, our newest chicken, lays these beautiful green eggs. She's the only one earning her keep right now, because apparently her breed still lays through the winter. So that's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, those are beautiful. That's the first time I've cracked open a Tanya Clucker egg. All right, so we're gonna just scramble them up just a little bit. And then we're gonna add in our sugar, both kinds. And we can go ahead and pop in our vanilla. Let that mix for just a minute. I love my KitchenAid. It makes light work of all of this. I really have to admire the ladies of old who use their arms and muscle power to mix up these cookies. Alright, gonna go in with our butter flavored Crisco. Alright, now I'm gonna pop in our peanut butter, literally. Pop. And let that go. Okay, we're gonna add in our flour. This is almost reminiscent of our snickle brickle doodles that we made on our last installment. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I have enjoyed doing it. I'm excited about some of the ones that are coming. Emily requested the peanut butter blossoms. John requested the thumbprints, and Brooks requested a regular old peanut butter cookie. Any way you stack it, the peanut butter is gonna be yummy. And it smells yummy. I wish I could waft the smell of the peanut butter up into the camera there. I smell it. I need to go preheat the oven. I think that looks and smells just about perfect. Alrighty, our dough is finished. It's a nice size batch. So what I'm gonna do is all of this starts out in the form of a ball. So I'm gonna make a bunch of trays of balls, of the dough balls here. And for some of them, I'm going to roll in some red and green fun sprinkles there. The Hershey Kisses come in at the end. You put those in after they are baked. And the same goes for the jelly. I do put the thumbprint in before baking, but the jelly goes in after it's done. And for the traditional peanut butter cookie, of course, we need our fork. And there's a story and history behind why the peanut butter cookie has the crisscross crosshatch pattern on it. And then, of course, I've just got some simple raw sugar for just some plain ones as well. So we're trying to make it festive and beautiful. But first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and roll out my balls of dough. And I've got a little cookie scoop here, just so I can try to make some of these uniform since I'm doing so many different kinds. I'm going to go ahead and start out with a traditional peanut butter cookie. And for those, I'm just going to dip the top half in the sugar because that makes it pretty. So we got one like that. Let's get one like this. A little bit of red and sprinkly stuff on it. And how about some green? So I'm going to go ahead and make this tray of a dozen of the traditional, and then I'm going to show you how we do the crisscross. You probably know, you probably do it yourself. You've seen your mom do it or grandma and Nana do it. But there is a fun story behind why we do that. And the peanut butter cookie itself actually has a great history lesson. So while I am doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of the peanut butter cookie itself. So while I'm working on rolling out our peanut butter cookie balls, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of the peanut butter cookie. Of course, the peanut butter cookie has to start out with peanut butter Peanut butter has been around actually for centuries. The Native Americans, the Incas, the Africans would grind peanuts into a paste, but it took an American, John Harvey Kellogg, yes, it is the Kellogg cereal Kellogg man, who obtained the first patent actually to use peanut butter. So that was in 1895. Fast forward several years, and a man by the name of George Washington Carver, who was a botanist or scientist up at the Tuskegee Institute in Tuskegee, Alabama, was trying to promote the growth of the peanut crop because the cotton crops were failing, and so they needed a new kind of crop. And he wrote a book called How to Grow the Peanut and 105 Ways of Using It for Human Consumption. And the very first peanut cookie was in that cookbook. There were 3 different versions of it in that cookbook. As time went on and peanuts and peanut butter became more and more used in our kitchens and the Depression era was upon us, peanut butter cookies began to be a thing. The first peanut butter cookies were rolled out and cut out almost like a sugar cookie. It was only in 1932 when an article in the Schenectady Gazette that they recommended using a fork, first one way and then the other, pressing it down into the cookie to make a crosshatch pattern. Not even a year later, the Pillsbury Company and a lady named Mary Ellis Ames, who was the head of the Pillsbury cooking service, wrote a cookbook called Balanced Meals. A peanut butter balls recipe was in that cookbook, and it also recommended that you press down on the cookie with a fork. After that, it just sort of became a thing, and that is how peanut butter cookies were made. And it not only looks pretty, but it does help the cookies to spread out. And even the peanut blossoms have some history. A lady by the name of Frida Smith was not going to enter her cookie with a Hershey Kiss into the Pillsbury Bake Off, but decided to go ahead and do it, and she called them Black-Eyed Susans. Frida ended up being a runner-up in the Pillsbury Bake Off, and in 1999, she was inducted into the Pillsbury Hall of Fame. We've got our first tray, and this is going to be our traditional peanut butter cookies. I'm going to show you the fork, and I did spray the fork with a little bit of the cooking spray so that it doesn't stick. And this is 15. We've got a bunch of dough left, so this is going to make a lot of different kinds of cookies. So there we go, one way. And there's the other way. I'm sure most of you have done this at some point in your life, either in your own or with a mom, a dad, a baker. And we talked about the history behind the crosshatch here. It's, of course, both helps the cookie spread out, and it is the quintessential look of the peanut butter cookie today. These babies are ready for the oven. They're going to go on 375 for 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to keep on rolling our dough balls for our thumbprints. For the thumbprints, I'm going to go ahead and use my thumb to make that little indentation there. If it cracks a little, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But you don't want it to be huge. Just a nice little hole for half of a teaspoon of the filling. And part of the charm is the cracks. Make sure you get it deep enough that once the cookie rises, you'll still have your hole there. That is all we're doing with our thumbprints until they're baked. And also for the peanut butter blossoms, you just do those into balls and they will be flattened out once they come out of the oven and we put the Hershey's Kiss in. So I'm going to throw these in the oven again at 375 for about 7 to 9 minutes. The original peanut butter cookies are done and they took 9. So we're going to put these in and we'll be back in a moment. Take a look at the traditional peanut butter cookies. They are all beautiful. That's with the regular raw sugar. It's kind of sparkly. And then we've got the red and the green. Our thumbprints and our blossoms are out of the oven. Now this is a little bit time sensitive, so I'm actually going to make just a little bit bigger indentation into some of these thumbprints, and boy, they puffed up really nice. But we want it to be able to hold our jelly. So while they're still soft and before they set, just poking a little deeper hole into those. And our lovely peanut butter blossoms, or as they were once called, Black Eye Susans was the first name that they were given from Miss Frida from the Pillsbury contest. And all you do is, these have been out of the oven maybe 2 minutes, is you poke a Hershey Kiss right down into the middle of those. And yes, the cookie's gonna crack around the sides. That's part of the charm of the wonderful peanut butter blossoms. And just so for your reference, I've got 5 more cookies in the oven. I did 1 more blossom, 1 more thumbprint, and 2 more standard sugar cookies. So we got 15 on each tray plus 5, so that's 50 cookies. So that's a pretty good amount of cookies. So this recipe makes quite a bit. And of course, if you're given to a lot of people, you can double it or triple it. But I think that this is enough for our purposes. But here are your peanut butter blossoms. All right, so for our peanut butter and jelly thumbprints, I'm just taking a little bit of jam and putting it right down on top there. And you gotta let those cool and settle before you do anything else with them. And I will probably go ahead and top them with some powdered sugar. So this is probably just a half a teaspoon per cookie. And I've got a strawberry jam here. It's an organic jam from Aldi's. Yummy. I don't know if any of these are gonna make it to Christmas. The family has requests. Once they know they're here, they may be like, give me all the cookies. Oh, that's too much. It's just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on steroids. Here are our Thumbprints. Peanut butter and jelly Thumbprints. Yummy! Okay, I will be back to show you the finished product, all three of the cookies together. And Connor's going to be here later, and I'm going to let him and Brooks do the taste test. And here are our finished traditional crisscross peanut butter cookies and our beautiful peanut butter blossoms and our peanut butter and jelly Thumbprints. Every single one of them looks delicious. We're going to see what Connor and Brooks think.
Well, we are here for taste test. And Connor, we have peanut butter cookies three ways. What is your favorite of the three?
I don't think I can make a proper decision without tasting them.
Okay, that's fair. What do you say we start with the plain?
Yep.
All right, you pick yours first.
I'll
You're going with this one. Cheers.
Mama has rolled all day on them cookies. Brooksy got the fancy one. Although Connor got the raw sugar one.
I like the peanut butter taste is very much there. I mean, there. Dogs everywhere. Dogs everywhere in the background.
You can't go wrong with a classic peanut butter cookie.
And the history lesson on the crisscross is very interesting. Like, you wonder who thought of that. So now we know.
Now we know. So, very good. I have a momo. We say we go to jelly next.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Cheers.
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut butter jelly. Oh, what kind of jelly?
It's strawberry.
That is strawberry, isn't it?
It's like an organic strawberry fruit spread
That
that's
is strawberry.
mostly fruit.
Yeah, that's really good.
A little softer than the traditional peanut butter cookie. But I also like that the strawberry jelly, the strawberry preserves, kind of lend a sweetness to the peanut butter taste of the cookie.
Absolutely.
And get down, Peach.
That's a nice contrast of two different sweets. That's really nice. I like that. Okay.
Now for
Well,
the
last.
chocolat.
Peanut butter blossoms.
The one of the most memorable Christmas commercials is the Hershey Bells, and they never need to change their commercial because it sells.
It's always good.
Oh, there's a Momo saying hi. Everyone loves when Momo makes an appearance. They really are 3 different ways.
It very much is 3 different peanut butter cookies. Wow.
Chocolate kind of lends a little less sweet than the strawberry,
Yeah, absolutely. The strawberry is actually sweeter than the chocolate.
which is not to say that that's a bad thing.
Agreed.
It still has a bit of a softer texture than the traditional peanut butter cookie.
Because of the thumbprint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of thumbprint. Which again, not a bad thing. I actually like that it's a little softer.
I'm more of a chewy cookie guy than crispy.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Where I know Mama C is very much more crispy.
It depends. A lot of my Christmas cookies, I like a chewy center but a crispy exterior, which is why I use shortening.
That makes sense. Okay, so let's rank these 1 through 3. What was your favorite of the 3? I'm asking him though with a mouthful, which I shouldn't have done.
He's contemplating his life choices right now.
So, I'd put the traditional cookie in the middle.
So that's number 2. What's your last place cookie?
This may sound blasphemous to some, but I'm actually going to go with the Blossom.
Okay.
The Blossom is your least favorite.
Yes.
That would be blasphemous to some because that's a really
So
popular
the jelly
cookie.
is your favorite.
Yes, actually.
Believe it or not. Okay, so the jelly is my favorite.
Okay.
The jelly is my favorite. The Blossom is in the middle. And the traditional is actually 3rd for me.
Okay, so I obviously did try them. My favorite is the jelly,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then the traditional. I'm with Connor, and then
The Blossom.
the Blossom.
Okay.
And I love chocolate and I love peanut butter, but I think they're very good. They're delicious.
Yeah,
But if
all
I'm
three of
gonna
them are very
choose them
good.
off of a platter, I'm going with the jelly first.
Yes.
I would too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I think that's a unanimous on the jelly.
Yeah.
Which, wow.
People are gonna be jelly about a jelly.
There's going to be jelly about
There
it.
is nothing to say that there's anything wrong with the Blossom.
No,
cookie.
not
It's
a thing
still
wrong
really
with them.
good.
It's delicious.
It's still really good.
And a very traditional
Yeah.
cookie. Yeah.
Very traditional cookie. It's just that out of all 3 that I'd had to rank, I would just rank it last because I like the sweetness of the jelly. But
I do that
it's
too.
just, it's sweeter than the Blossom. And I like that because you actually get a bit of a sweet but a tart flavor to it.
The tartness of that, yeah, I do get that a little
The
bit.
tart of that strawberry jelly kind of shines. It shines through.
I'm with
And
Connor
it's
on
really
that.
good.
I'm with you on that.
I enjoy it.
Like father, like son, I guess.
And I'm a traditionalist, so I think that's why the traditional cookie is the middle for me, just because I really just enjoy a good old-fashioned
Yes.
peanut butter cookie.
Yeah. The traditional was
But
actually,
if
that was my
someone
last.
only had a plate of peanut blossoms, I would be eating one. So
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. You can't go
there's
I'm
not a bad cookie in the bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm ranking them 1, 2, 3, but honestly, I have body by peanut butter cookie here, so that's just how that goes. Okay, well, like I said, we've had history lesson, we've had peanut butter. First of all, peanut butter in any form, and Christy knows this. I am a peanut butter monster in this house. It's true.
I had to keep that jar hidden. Y'all. I had to keep it hidden, and he didn't know it was in the house, or it would have been gone.
No, I knew it was in the house.
He could
I
smell
did
it.
well.
He could
I'm
smell
like a
it.
bloodhound with some peanut butter. I'm like, peanut butter, jelly time.
Here's the thing. This man, when it comes to foods that he loves, he can smell it like a bloodhound. He can smell it from like a mile away.
I'm
It
like-
doesn't matter where in the house. He will smell it.
Yeah, you'll see me walking around going, taste the air,
No.
taste the air, taste it. That's too funny. That is too funny. Well,
I sense that it's about a mile away.
I was right. About a mile from here, there
can't.
seems to be chicken parmesan. So.
I'm not even. Just
Christy's got nothing on this.
so if y'all liked this cookie,
make sure you give us a big thumbs up.
Tell us which one you would pick.
Yeah, absolutely. How would you rank them? And of course, we got to get a subscription to Smell-O-Vision going on because of the peanut butter smell in this house today. Let me just say, it was peanut buttery goodness. Yes. Of course, happy to have Connor with us always, and Connor does some good reviews. Connor knows his stuff. So, and of course, make sure you've subscribed to the channel. We would love to have you on the journey with us, and make sure to hit that notification bell ringy dingy so that you know every time we've got new content posted, because school's always in with Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun. We've got history lessons, we've got goodies, we got everything coming up. And, I about got choked there. So, anyway, I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've had a wonderful peanut buttery day, and who knows what goodies are next.
Oh, I'll give a hint.
Yes.
Italiano. That's it.
Well, magnifique. That's what I said.
No, it's mangia.
Manja. That's Greek, isn't it?
No.
Okay, well, never mind.
It could be Greek too, but
I guess it could be
believe
Greek.
that they're similar. But
Oh.
anyway, we love you all.
Yes.
And we thank you for watching, and share this video with anybody who loves peanut butter.
Yes.
And we will see you on number 4 and another video probably before that. So
God bless you guys. We love you, and we can't wait to show you what's next.